The disheartening depreciation of the Cedi against the dollar has enormously affected the prices of items in the country. Sanitary pads are no exception, as they are an unnegligible need in every woman's life. From the beginning of the year, sanitary towel prices range between 6 Ghana cedis to 9 Ghana cedis, but currently it ranges from 12 Ghana cedis to 18 Ghana cedis, which makes it so difficult and extremely expensive to purchase.
Manuela Ega, and we are currently on KNUST campus to interview students on the increase in sanitary pads and how they are currently coping.
Esther, a student in the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, is compelled to reserve some of her upkeep money for feeding to rather buy her sanitary towels.
Okay, so at first it wasn't expensive as it is now. So thinking about how you manage with other staffs and also buy your sanitary pad with an expensive price is so much appalling. So because you have to think about what you spend on your feeding and taking something out from your feeding fee and adding it to the amount you are supposed to use to buy the sanitary pad is a problem to me. In fact, I must say.
What are your fears? Looking at the way things are increasing every now and then, what are your fears?
I fear a lot because if I'm to add more to the money I have to be able to purchase, because the way the things are moving now, it will be more expensive than it is now. So and we are also thinking about how to save to cater for other things, and for me to take money from my savings and add up to what I'm supposed to use to purchase the pad. It's a problem.
Cindy, one of the students, fears if the situation persists, ladies will start resorting to using pieces of fabrics as pads.
It has affected it drastically because previously it was 8 cedis, now it's 12 cedis. We don't know of tomorrow. And you see our market women day in there when they increase dollar, they also increase their things. So it has really affected it negatively. Yeah.
How are you coping with current feelings?
We don't know how to cope, but we are managing. We are managing. Yeah, since it became like this now, our budget too has increased. So if you're going next time to the market, you have to add additional 2 cedis or 3 cedis because we don't know. So we are coping. Just that the money that you use to buy food, majority of them will go into these staffs. But still we are coping.
Cindy cannot imagine how the underprivileged and the rural folks would cope if the prices of sanitary pads should hit 20 Ghana cedis.
I feel if the dollar increase, they'll increase the thing again. So I fear that we might go back to our olden days. We will use ensago, the cloth, because sooner or later on, if pad reaches 20 cities, what about those who are in the rural areas? What about those who are less privileged? Maybe some of us can afford. What about those who don't have anybody to give them the money? So we all resort to what we were using in the olden days. We use the cloth. You go and take your mother's cloth and then you cut it into pieces. Then we use it. Yeah, that's my fear.
A practicing nurse explains the effects of using a single sanitary pad per day and the likely health implications.
Ghana here, the increase is very bad, affecting most of our ladies nowadays. And you know, as economics says, the higher the supply, the increase in price of commodities. So that one, it's normal. But we buying it is something that is affecting us.
So what are the likely effects if people opt to use fabrics and toiletries for their menstrual cycle?
Ideally, sanitary pads are not supposed to be used for long. But due to the increase in prices, some people tend to use one per day, which is very bad. Medically, we are supposed to use sanitary pads 4 hourly. So in a day, 3 times for 12 hours. But you know the prices, because it's very huge and we can't afford. Some people tend to use it 1 per day, which can have a very bad effect on us. We the females, for instance, using it mostly. So what I would say is, one effect I can say is that it can cause UTI Because when you use it for long, you know the microbes and the organisms that are there. As time goes on, they increases, they multiply. And then you can even have, as it prolongs, when you don't treat those infections and you leave it, it comes and it goes, you can have PID, which is pelvic inflammatory diseases, which is very difficult to treat nowadays. So the use of it and the price of it is affecting us, which is causing so many effects.
The plea from these young women is for government to come in to help reduce and stabilize prices so they can comfortably afford daily necessities like sanitary pads.
I think the government should do something so that the prices on things will be reduced for us so that we'll be able to purchase.
Emanuela Edgar reporting for Ultimate News.